Good afternoon. Thanks for coming. Very excited to announce our recruiting class for this year of four really talented young women who will represent our program very well for years to come. So, Mara Braun, Mallory Heyer, Nehemiah Holloway, Amaya Battle, all will add a lot to our program, and it's a ways away before we actually get to coach them, but it's been great getting to know them and their families, and I know that they're going to do some great things here at the University of Minnesota. Questions, Kent?
You look at the class. I mean, so highly ranked. I know that people are always obsessed with stars and rankings and
Mm-hmm.
that sort of thing. But this has the potential to be perhaps one of the greatest recruiting classes that the women have brought here. How did you guys? Can you kind of break down how you were able to do it?
Yeah, well, it is the highest. Sitting here right now on paper, it is the highest recruiting class ever at the University of Minnesota. For our team, for our program. It's a lot of work has gone into it. A lot of relationship building and a lot of time. A lot of work spent by the rest of our staff that's here today, and in Shimmy and Kelly and Carly. Just a lot of work has gone into getting to know these young women, their families, their coaches, and so and it's been a lot of fun too recruiting them. They're great kids, and but yeah, there's no question a lot of time has gone into it. I first was able to watch Maya. She just finished her 8th grade year. I Can I talk about that now? Yeah. And I was still playing in the WNBA, and was able to watch her, and I knew she'd probably be pretty good. And then so on down the line with Mal and Mara as well, and Nia. Probably a little bit later that year, but all within their 8th and 9th grade years. We started watching and started getting to know them and their families, and that's why it's such a great day for our program that they're officially a part of our family, part of our team.
I was talking with Amaya this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And she was always interested in coming here, but
Mm-hmm.
she was saying that as she saw the three in succession start to come here,
Mm-hmm.
it got kind of exciting for her.
Yeah,
And just
got
kind of
exciting for us
idea of
too.
momentum,
Mm-hmm.
within state kids in particular.
Yeah. I think it's recruiting, like a lot of things, is a lot about momentum, and a lot about these players have all competed against one another. A few of them played some summer basketball in the last few years, but they've competed against each other for years, and now it's been cool to see all their relationships off the court after competing all these years come together, and then obviously they're excited. They want to play. They want to win. They are all ultra competitive, and they want to have success. And they know that it takes a team. And so, getting to be able to play with other great players is something that they all wanted to do. And like I said, momentum has really helped this class come together.
You had never recruited before, so when you took over as a coach, you kind of had to learn. Have you gotten better at it? Is that also part of it, or just maybe now that you've been here longer, you've seen these kids that they know you can be around?
Well, I hope I've improved. I mean, everything is really like a rep. Yeah, I never recruited a day in my life until I guess the day I got the job, however many Aprils ago. Um, and so yeah, it's just something that I don't know, if you're yourself and you have a vision, and we have a program, and we have this is what we're about. These are our standards, and then you go out and try to recruit the best players and the best kids possible. I think with this more than anything, it's just it's just taken some time for us to get to know, these players, their families, like I said, their coaches, and it's a process and it takes time. And this group, we had, essentially 3 or 4 full years to be watching them and to talk with them and get to know them. So I think yeah, time and just having to have like a full process with them has been really good and it's paid off.
Can you, obviously, we don't know what's gonna happen once practice starts a year from now, but
Hmm.
can you just talk about how much immediate impact you expect this group to have?
Yeah, I mean, it's a ways away, but there's no question. We have state champions, and we have players who have all come from winning programs, both in high school and AAU, and so yeah. I mean, what that looks like exactly, I don't know. That's a ways away, but I expect them to have big impacts on our team, and I know that they want to come in and compete, and they all want to play and they all want to win. So it'll definitely be good. And at the same time, it'll still be an adjustment. They're still coming to college, and they're all from here, but it's still away from home, and there'll be that time as well. But that's all part of the process.
I was talking with Maya this morning, and I said, you and Mara, both point guards, how can you guys play on the court? And she went into this, I think, 5-minute discussion of how they
Yeah,
complement each other's
yeah,
plus and minuses. But I mean, do you see those two being able to, over this course of their career, both be on the court together?
yeah. No question. We have on our team now at times where we have Jazz and Sarah are out there together, Lex and Jazz, Lex and Sarah, where we have multiple ball handlers. You know, um, had Diva handle it a little bit within some practices. So the more people that can handle the ball and run a team, the better. And we'll just have to see it all how it all fits.
Is Mia more of a small forward or a big forward? More of a wing player in your mind, or
I think she can play a little bit of both. I mean, I think right now I think she's a extremely athletic four player, and she had a great summer. Just really played well, and so I know she's going to carry that confidence into her high school season. But I think for her, I think all these guys, a big thing I see is just they're really versatile. They all can play, for sure two positions, a couple of them three different positions, which is great.
Getting the Minnesota kids to stay is obviously something you want to do, especially since Minnesota basketball is just going crazy with girls basketball. Can you talk a little bit about keeping those girls here and just how great the AAU program, the high school program, and all of a sudden Minnesota's become a hotbed.
Yeah, I mean, there's no question we want to recruit the players who best fit our system, our style, our values. And there's a lot of great players, and a lot of great kids in Minnesota, and so it's definitely been a priority for us. Is just having players who are from here. It's just one, it's right here, so being able to get to campus and come to games, and I know once they get here, their families being able to go is really important. And yeah, I just like I said, from wherever throughout the I guess country, world in some cases, whoever it is that fits our program, that's who we'll recruit. But there's no question, being right here, that there's so much talent that we're recruiting the state very hard.
But as far as the growth of women's and girls basketball, from when you were playing to now, is there even a comparison to be made based on the talent?
Yeah, I mean, there were some good players back in the day that have come from Minnesota, but there's no question it's always been talent. There's always been a lot of talent. I think that we've seen so much participation in girls sports here in Minnesota. I think at one point we led the nation in participation in sport and athletics, and I'd like to think that obviously Title IX has had a lot to do with that, and then some of the Gopher teams that were in the early 2000s, and then some of the teams later in the 2000s. I'm sure the Lynx have had some good positive impact on some girls wanting to participate because they've been able to see what people have been able to achieve when they work hard and they dedicate pretty much everything they do to their sport and their teammates. So yeah, I think it's grown, and I think there's a lot of people that have made a lot of sacrifices to do that, and it's fun to see it continue to grow and continue to get better.
Lindsay, you talked about recruiting these girls for 3 or 4 years. When did you know that it was had the potential to be a special class? Obviously, it's not this one to commit, but when did you kind of know that, okay, hey, we've got some momentum and
Yeah, I mean, I think probably around that kind of late sophomore, early junior time frame when people start to narrow things down and start to get excited, and then you kind of look at kind of our recruiting depth chart and things, and you see, wow, if we could have this combination, this would be pretty good. This would be pretty good, and so yeah, probably say around that time frame after we probably had been recruiting and talking to them for probably 2+ years at that point, and you kind of started to see things take shape, and even classes ahead of them where people have gone, and kind of where their skill sets would fit in. So yeah, I think around that time it got pretty real.
how did you see them kind of recruit each other?
Yeah, they. I mean, now they're now they're great friends. They know that they have a chance to do something really special, along with the rest of our team who will be on the team next season. So they've. I know they're excited. They're excited about the opportunity. I know a lot of them, if not all of them, have grown up dreaming about representing the University of Minnesota and the state of Minnesota. So yeah, I think and then there's that bond that they have, and they've really forged that off the court as well.
Looking ahead to your games coming up after kind of a difficult opener, how do you kind of review the guys, and what do you kind of see after having reviewed that game and kind of going forward what you need to work on?
Yeah. Obviously, it was a tough afternoon for us. Yeah, I think a lot what we talked about today in our coaches meeting is getting back to, our our standards, our values as a program, and everything that we do, and we have to be better, starting with me, and we will be. And I told our team we practiced in the morning today. We watched the video, talked a lot. Now it's time to practice. And when we leave for today, we'll be a better team. But yeah, there's no question we have to get back to the things that we've seen in practice and the steps we've taken. And obviously, yesterday was disappointing. But if we learn from it and we get better, then that's what matters. Obviously it was a tough game, a tough night. Nobody wants to start out with a loss. And like I said, starting with me, we all have to be better, and we will be. And so if we learn from it, then we'll be. Then that's what matters. Obviously, it's we leave tomorrow, go out to Arizona State. Obviously, a tradition program, great team, and a great women's basketball conference with a tremendous coach. So, but we're excited about the challenge. I mean, typically we haven't gone on the road. Obviously, last year we didn't go on the road at all until I think sometime. When did we go? Like sometime in December. Yeah. No, Michigan State was home last year. But what I'm getting to is an early season road trip. Is I think this will be good for our team and good for us to come together and get back to who we've been for the most part these weeks and months leading up to this our exhibition game and then this first game. But obviously we got away from that, and we need to recenter and refocus. And a road trip always helps that because it's just us, and I'm excited for him.
One last question. Rattle was talking today about how they're starting to catch kids in the class of 2023 and 2024, people she knows, and her AAU program already starting to kind of do some recruiting to get people to come to the U and join her. I mean, I guess the question is, you talk about momentum with getting this class one after another. but is there a point, if you keep at it, where you can get kind of a critical mass, and this becomes a destination for, you know what I mean, instead of convincing people to come here, you know, people are showing an interest maybe before you need to really start pushing.
It I feel like it has been before, and I know it can be done again. So we just have to, I mean, keep working and keep working hard on our team now, on recruiting in every aspect. And if we continue to do that, then yeah, I think so. We have everything we need here to win, and it's up to us as a staff and a program to go and execute.
Lindsay, with COVID rules and eligibility last year, do you know how much turnover you'll have after the year, and then how many more additions might happen?
It'll be something that's pretty fluid, I think, after every season as we go now. You know, it'll be for, I mean, 4 years, you know, it'll be kind of that. So it'll be, you know, conversations that we'll have with everybody once they get to that point. And, you know, it's just something that we'll have to have those discussions with every spring. And you know, it'll be a fluid situation for sure.
Any more for Coach? Thank you, guys.
Thanks for coming.